Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitchin with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody is having a great Sunday and I hope you're all having a lovely weekend. Well, today we're going to be working on Seaside Villages and I got this from DiamondArtDecor. I'm not sure, sometime last year maybe. So yeah. Today we're going to be working on the sand, and that color is 945, and it is in full cross stitch. I don't think there's any half cross stitches down here, and neither is there any up here in the sky, so I thought there was half cross stitch there somewhere, but I guess this one doesn't have it. Let me pull you in. Oh my goodness. Sunday already. How did this happen? Yeah, yesterday. Oh my goodness. Not much went on at all. I watched Netflix. I watched YouTube. I stitched a bit on the butterfly. But other than that, I just been taking it kind of easy. Got my red beans and rice made. And I made way too much rice. So I made rice pudding at the last minute because I did have part of a half gallon of milk that I really needed to get rid of. It was due up sometime this coming up week, so might as well use it instead of just letting it go to waste. I don't use that much milk, so I usually only get a half gallon when I'm cooking, like if I gotta make pies at Thanksgiving or Christmas or something. I just get a quart, and that's about all she wrote. Because it'll just go to waste at my house. Sometimes I'm into milk and cookies, but not so much. And the idea of drinking milk in the summer just makes my stomach kind of, yeah. No. I like it better in the winter. So what is everybody else working on? Hope you get to do some stitching or crafting or, whatever hobby you're into. Because it is the weekend, I know. After you get to a certain point in your life, the weekends just don't mean a thing. I'm still working, so it's kind of, yay, I get days off, so. But it's never like it used to be. And it seems like back in the day, the weekend was for catching up on all the housework. Because that never got done, because back in the day, I was working a 40-hour-a-week job. But I have no excuse now. That's kind of how that goes. I do it when I get ready to, and for as long as I want to, because 9 out of 10 times nobody shows up at my house. And if they do, they're picking me up to go somewhere, so yeah, it's not a big priority in my life. If I get the dishes done and the laundry done and the trash taken out, I consider that a good week, see? But didn't watch anything new or exciting on Netflix. Did a little bit of my Sashiko. Been working on a pattern that I saw on YouTube, so just kind of working way through it. And these are pretty fast. I mean, I can finish one whole pattern if I just focus, you know. we had that problem with the cross stitch in about 3-4 hours, because I'm usually going really slow trying to make my stitches all look not perfect, but you know, make them look consistent at least. So it's sometimes so relaxing it just about puts me to sleep. This is a darker, it doesn't look real dark here, but I'll show you there. Looks a little bit darker. It's like pale sand, if you will. There's the word, pale sand. There was a little bit up here in the where the catwalk on the house, the porch. Jeez, in between the porch and wherever, but it is still a partial, so it didn't cover that whole area. Anybody go anyplace exciting? I know Jill went, but other than that, anybody else gonna take any kind of trips or vacation? Do they get away from all the heat where they live? Whoops, I almost did that wrong. You know, that's when we'd usually go to Colorado. Was, well, it was first week in June, usually before even the heat started in August when we lived in Illinois. So, but it was a good time. Kids just got out of school, so we went. We were usually gone for 2 weeks. Wouldn't stop too many places along the way, just, I mean, other than maybe overnight. And we'd spend most of our time in Colorado, in Estes Park. It's where we like to go the best, and we'd spend pretty close to week and a half, you know, depending on how long it was going to take to get back to Illinois. I think they were pretty much both driving, so this was way before my sister and I could even drive. But we had a good time. We didn't mind that it was a small town. We'd get Kentucky Fried Chicken, or they have a pizza place there, so we'd get pizza and we'd take it back to the motel, and we didn't know any better, you know. I think every once in a while we'd go to, I can't even remember what restaurants are in Estes anymore, so. Or we'd have groceries and we'd fix a sandwich and have that for lunch instead of going out to eat, you know. But my mother, she was a good planner, so we, you know, got to go to some nice places to eat, and planner with money, that is. I mean, just good at everything else, too, you know. You know, the perfect mother thing. Yeah, we can't live up to all that, but, you know. She can't help it. She had a wild child that decided to become a hippie. Pretty much. Because my life is not even a mirror of her life. But, yeah, so, you know, sometimes we plan to eat in and that kind of thing, so it worked out just great. Like I said, we didn't know much of a difference. We were in, like, kindergarten and junior high-ish, so didn't have to impress us. And before I forget, I did have a picture from a viewer. Thank you, Sharon, for sending that beautiful picture of that little autumn. It's the words autumn, but it's beautiful. I'll put that right here. All right, I'm back. Thank you so much for sharing. It's beautiful. I was going to do some of those. I think I bought one, and I can't remember the name of the company. It was accounted, and oh gosh, I can't remember the name. I was going to do like spring and winter and autumn, and I think it came with a charm. Does any of that make any kind of sense? I know if I heard it, the name, it'd sound familiar, but yeah. So if anybody else has any pictures of any projects they're working on or anything they've finished, you can send it to my email address, and that is in the description box below. Try to get my hand out of there. Pull it over a bit. So, no grand plans. I have no idea how busy it's going to be tomorrow at work. It seems to be kind of slowing down a bit. You know, I think that's because schools are beginning to start. I got nothing. It's going to be, what, 2 weeks? Maybe 3 before. It's that last week of August. How's that? That'd be easier to say. Before the kids here go. Now that's just in town, so I have no idea about any of the others. Sure is a pretty turquoise color right here. Too bad I wasn't stitching with that color. But I figured that sand, it goes the full length of this thing, so like I said, it's partial, so it's not that wide, but it's still a lot of area to cover. But I thought we'd just start over here and work on it. I do like this picture. Jill, she's starting from the other end, and I think she's working on her second house. My first house, might have a couple more symbols right here in the windows, but for the most part the little porch thing is done, and it's going to have back stitching, so yeah. And I did start on the greenhouse next door, so got some progress into it the last time I had this out. But yeah, it's just nice to stitch on. It's not complicated. And neither is the back stitching. It's just like outlining things, like the porch and the house and the windows or something like that, you know. Easy peasy stuff. So, yep, I'll keep working on it. Oh, I didn't even get a nap yesterday. I was gonna go lay down, and then it just went right. I don't think I had one the day before or the other day before. Yeah. Like Thursday. I don't know. Sometimes I just, I think Thursday I did. I think. But yeah, sometimes I need a nap, and sometimes, nah, not so much. We're good. So. Well, I didn't think I'm going to get all the way back up there. But it is coming along. I wish they'd get some new movies on Netflix. I'm kind of bored with what they got right now. Other than watching that one the other night, my year at Oxford. Yeah, that's that, and what is that other one? Untamed something, or maybe it was just called Untamed. Those two are the only two new ones that are on there that I've watched. So I'll have to look around, see if there's anything else. Alright, I'm gonna run out of thread. Let's just try to... I can just see the stupid hole. Some days. Well, at least I'll have dinner already cooked, so I don't have to cook today at all, I hope, short of breakfast or something. And sometimes I want big breakfast and sometimes not so much. I had fried cornmeal mush and bacon the other night for dinner. Yeah, it just didn't taste the same. We used to get it in the, I'll call it the dairy case, you know, like where the cookies are at. You know, that you, like the sugar cookies comes in a thing, Pillsbury. It used to be over in there, and I don't think they have that too much anymore in there. But that's been a hot moment, because Grandma and I'd get that and just fry it up and have it for dinner with some sausage. Yum. With some Caro syrup. Yum. Alright, guys. Let me get the cat out of the way. So, we got that much done of it. I'll show you. The greenhouse is a work in progress. All that blue is that green. That's kind of a limey green, isn't it? But I haven't gone any further past this house, so we're getting there little bit by little bit. But some of them areas are huge. I don't know how I ever got through that peach part of that house. Holy cow. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me today. I sure do appreciate each and every one of you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And please hit the bell. That way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe. Stay healthy. We'll see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye. Keep stitching.